Yo, 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 yo. Before we start with this nonsense, I want to do a couple of things. Oh, for starters, I want to showcase this next to this. Big difference. Big fucking difference, huh? And if I pull out Cameron's one that I got from him, you see right there. I know when he's gonna get it, but he needs to pay me the moolah. 155. It's pretty steep. It's a decent price, legit. Like for a good quality mask that has like if it didn't have the electrical shit, I wouldn't pay over $100 for it. But like this is it's the best one. It's the best looking one. It feels like the ones from the fucking movies, for fuck's sake. Anyways, getting rid of the Spidey masks. We got. I can't believe I fucking have this. I haven't found it in person, so I have to buy it online. Is the Infinity Nano Gauntlet. You know what's weird? Is that it has. Well, nearly 200 pieces more than the heads, which is good. But I didn't think it'd be under 1,000. But I want to do a 1x1 showcase of the heads thus far. The very first head we ever done was Iron Man. It's, out of all the heads, probably the worst looking one. I mean, it looks like Iron Man, but it doesn't look like the MCU Iron Man. It just doesn't. It looks too blocky. The Spider-Man one, I had that same critique, but it actually looks probably a bit better. So the Iron Man head is there. And the next, I got the I don't know, I might as well. But the next one I actually got, I think, was this one. I'm not actually certain if it was this one that was next, but it was the Infinity Gauntlet. Probably the most fragile one of the heads. So it's not really a head, it's a hand, which is pretty cool. That's why I was excited that you could get the Nano Gauntlet, because it's the other hand. So that's that one. And if it's the same size, I'll be so thankful. Then the next one, I think I got it around the same time, because I think my brother got me one of them online. We got the Venom head, which has hair on it in there. The Venom head. We got the Venom head. Pretty fucking cool. And then his son, his offspring, Carnage. Still, I think everyone's favorite symbiote besides Venom is Carnage, because like the red colored bad guy. The only thing I don't like is how their teeth are. It's like a underbite. So it's basically the same build, piece for piece, the same fucking build, and that's why it's cool to have. But I don't like how it's completely identical. Besides, Carnage not having the tongue. And then before Spider-Man, it was the most recent build besides the Groots. Let me do this. Let me set this in a way it looks cool. I put. So now. I put Iron Man at the start because he was the first head out of all of them. Put the gauntlet there, and the most recent hand is probably the worst one of the bunch. I mean, it's cool, but it's kind of boring. And it's Wolverine's claws. Like, it's cool, but like, I kind of would have preferred it to be like the more one from the films where he just uses his hand or whatever. But yeah, that's all of them. All these 18 plus these things are done. Besides Mjolnir and Cap Shield, they're fucking hard to move. But yeah, that's what they all look like side by side thus far. Pretty fucking cool. But today's stream is all about this bad boy. I'm hoping to God it's at least a similar size to the Infinity Gauntlet. He's hoping. Also, it came today. I wasn't expecting it to, the thing is, I was expecting it to come yesterday, but then I saw it was April 9th. So it came way quicker than I thought it'd be. It's pretty cool. I'm hoping it's the same fucking size. It's not the same design, which I don't know if it will be the same size or not. Nanotechnology. 7, 6, 2. Okay. Has there been DC heads? I don't know. There's been a lot of Marvel ones. The Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage just has Marvel on it. The Iron Man one says Avengers. The Wolverine says X-Men 97. Then Infinity Gauntlet says Infinity Saga. So does this one. Fucking hoping it's the same size. Be disappointing if it's not. So we got the book. And we got all the bags. How many bags are there? 1. Another bag 1. Tiny bag 2. Two bag 3s. No. Huh. So it's like a mini and a big 1, mini and a big 2, mini and big 3. Pretty odd. So if that's the case, I can have this done in 3 days. The Spider-Man one was fucking 4. That's bizarre. So this will be done by Friday. Just thinking, this is so weird. Also, I booked Minecraft for Thursday, day 1 watch. Why not? Just get it out of the way. Also, I'm having trouble logging into Max. It's a bit disappointing. Alright, the gloves are ready. Question is, who's gonna snap their freaking fingers? Sergeant Rocket may not be coming back as Bradley Cooper has said no, he doesn't want to return. I think Rocket, out of all the Guardians besides Star-Lord, I think Rocket should be the one that does return. Maybe Groot, because he's like a big boy now. Adam Warlock as well. I think, yeah. Will Poulter really wants to come back because he only got to do 1 film. And Adam Warlock is... Sure, he's the equivalent to a baby, but... Do you think they would do another Guardians film, just with a different team, with Adam Warlock at the helm? I don't know. Remember when James Gunn got fired, and as a result he got hired at DC to do a Suicide Squad? Then Marvel was like, fuck, come back. The next thing you know, he got hired to run DC. It's actually insane. Getting fired, and then now, like, actually the quickest turnaround for any actor in like a cancellation phase. Insane. Because he actually makes good films. Every superhero film he's made thus far has been absolutely bangers. Guardians 1, 2, and 3, and Suicide Squad. If Superman is a banger, DC's in the right hands. Can you pick up the Gauntlet? The Nano Gauntlet is Earth's only chance to contain the power of the Infinity Stones. It might just give the Avengers a shot at bringing back half the universe. What happens when the state-of-the-art nanotech meets ancient elemental forces? Get ready to build. You're about to find out. Get ready to bring everyone back. We've designed this glove from scratch so it's right-handed, whereas the Lego Infinity Gauntlet was made for Thanos, who is a lefty. You'll be able to save the day by placing the stones into each nano casing. After all, who wouldn't want to help the Avengers bring back half the universe? Carter, Luce Baldwin, Lego designer. Bag 1. There's 2 bag 1s. There's the big bag 1, then there's the mini bag 1. Let's get all this done today. So let's pour out big bag 1. I wonder, does this come with a thing or not? So the Spider-Man one did. I'm assuming the Gauntlet will. But it would kind of sad if it doesn't. See, this has 2 mini bags within it already. Which is insanity. I think I remember the other Gauntlet having 2 bags. It's technically 6 bags, but it's 3. It's pretty odd, but I guess it makes sense. Get the mini ones out. I like making Lego stuff, I always have, but I don't think I would like a proper set anymore with the mini characters, because 1, I don't have any places to display them, and 2, I think the heads are just cooler, just to own, because Lego with the sets, you're meant to, fucking Christ money, you're meant to play with them, but this, you don't need to, you just need to just look at them. Like how people buy statues, you know, to admire it. Here's the second bag. It just has all the extra piece. This is a lot to do in the next less than an hour. Luckily I'm not eating. Well, start with... Yeah, we always have to start with the base. Always. You always start with the base. Slap at the base, man. The fact that some people don't even know what a base is astounds me. It genuinely astounds me. I remember when we were in one of our final classes in uni. We were doing this with like acting thing, because that class was basically about acting and writing and all that stuff. We were doing this game, like a charade type game, and she was a bass player, I'm assuming, or whatever, was playing it, and no one in the fucking group knew what she was doing. Everyone saying guitar, guitar, guitar. I'm like, it's fucking bass, mate. How do you not know bass? Bro, Davey504 will be so disappointed in you guys. The question is, where are some of these pieces? Where are they? Are they in here? Because I'm finding them. I need a 1x3. I need 1x3s. Why can't I find it, bro? This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Also, that meme of that, I don't know how it blew up. It was just everywhere all of a sudden. This black guy. The meme was that he started his day with like a cold ice water thing. I don't really understand why that blew up all of a sudden. Like, I think I was too late on it to make it funny. Found it. I found one of them. I was far too late on that meme because I didn't get it. Also, Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out in 2027. It was originally going to come out 2024. Then people were assuming it was going to be this year, but it's 2 years from now. It's going to come out the same year Batman is. It's going to come out after Secret Wars, which is insane to think about. I mean, they could do it. They did 2 Avengers films within a couple of years before, and they were bangers. Even though they shot them back to back, it felt like they were. It must have felt weird for the actors as well, because like you're acting at 5 year difference. I don't know. But anyways, they announced that I can't find. Do they want shiny pieces? Because like, there's no shiny pieces. Spider-Man 4 is called Brand New Day. Pretty boring title. Homecoming was tacky, but it made sense. Far From Home was cool. No Way Home was the coolest. Brand New Day. I'm sorry. That doesn't feel like it has stakes at all. Genuinely, like it's probably one of the most boring titles in the MCU. You know what's weird is that if Tom Holland didn't cry call to Marvel and Sony, No Way Home wouldn't have been made. And everyone's so glad it was made because that made the grounds for Deadpool Wolverine to be as successful as it was. Because Spider-Man No Way Home brought people back to the cinemas amidst COVID, basically. That was so successful for a COVID film, basically, that everyone was so excited to go back to see some movies in cinemas, and it made studios be like, oh, we can actually release shit in cinemas and not go straight to streaming now. Because the point of films for me is to see them where they're meant to be seen, in the cinema. You know, people don't make movies for a shitty fucking MacBook screen. They don't. YouTubers do that. Like if I was a filmmaker, I would legitimately not like that. Like studios want like movies to be only released on like streaming services. Like there are some films that only get like when an actor's making a film, they're assuming it's going to cinemas. Then they find out it's a streaming only movie and they don't like it because like that's like music only being released on Spotify. Only. And there's no CD, there's no vinyl. It is disappointing. Like if I were an actor, which I grew up kind of wanting to be that, but never actively tried because, you know, I don't think there's an ounce of acting talent in my blood, even though I know my cousin wants to be an actor. Well, he is. The thing is, he's that perfect age that if he blows up, he'll be in everything. And I want that to happen for him. But he's like me. He wants to kind of want to enjoy the little things. He wants to enjoy going to movies. He wants to enjoy playing video games and all. Sure, I know actors can do that. But since they have to plan when they're doing certain stuff, and that makes gaming and like barely an hour of free time isn't free time. Like if you're an actor, you sign up for that shit. But I would actually hate the notion of like, oh, I have to be on set at 5 a.m. and we leave by midnight the next day. Like, you know how fucking annoying that'd be? because you're doing the same shot again and again and again. Like, sure, I make films to an extent, but that would be so fucking boring. I'd hate that. I'd hate my call sheet be like, oh, you have to be here at 5 a.m. and you're designated to be here until 11 p.m. that same day. Like, do I get a break? Do I... Like, sure, like, the amount of money you make kind of makes for it. But then, like, where's the fucking free time? Like, that's why the film industry is dubbed a cutthroat business, because, like, it's tight schedules because the films need to be out in a quick manner. Like, fucking hell, like, they shot Homecoming and edited it and all that stuff within a year, so the film could come out less than a year after Civil War came out. Because right before Civil War came out, we didn't know Spider-Man was going to be in the fucking MCU. We didn't fucking know it. The next thing you know, he fucking was. Which is still insane to fucking think about. And now the Fox men. I understand Tom Holland. He said he wanted to step back from acting for a bit. Because, like, good on him. He fucking did a trilogy of Spider-Man films. He did 2 Avengers films and a Cap film within 5 years. Genuinely. 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. How much that would have taken a toll? I remember doing this not even a week ago. I would love, and I mean, like, I remember years and years and years ago, I used to have the MCU be on a, like, hang on one of the speakers we have downstairs. Fun fact, the speakers that Sam Wilson has in Winter Soldier, that's why my dad remembers that film. I skipped a part. Oops. I remember, like, balancing all the entire MCU on those speakers, so, like, to Avengers. And since I knew we'll have an Avengers 3, I was imagining the films, and, like, there'll be, like, maybe 10 or something. And unbeknownst to me, how big it'd be even by Infinity War. Like, I was thinking of, like, oh, what if I can go into the future right now and watch the MCU films right now? in the cinemas, you know? And like, if I did that and I fucking would have seen like Civil War and then like Spider-Man, what the fuck? Then No Way Home, like what? And now Devil Wolverine, what? Now Doomsday, what? I legit, my tiny brain would have imploded with the amount of crazy shit that would have happened. Also, apparently, Spider-Man 4 was going to be a Venom Spider-Man team up. I kind of would have liked that, but everyone was like, "Oh, we need to make it a grounded film." Like people are rejoicing, like, "Yes, I want it to be grounded." Like, it would still be cool having Tom Hardy as Venom, and then him finally getting the spider on his chest. People are like, but Venom isn't that goofy. Like, to an extent, he is. So I kind of like, it should have kind of happened in No Way Home. But then again, like, people want him to get the symbiote in Secret Wars, so then in Spider-Man 5 he'll have the symbiote, and you know. It's exciting. Yeah, the MCU has, I mean, it's always had hype, but like, every project now has way more hype than half of the Phase 4. Genuinely. Like, people like, who the fuck is Shang-Chi? The Eternals? Who are they? Then you watch these films, especially Eternals, like, it was alright. And now the Eternals are like, it's almost like the Inhumans. We've, like, just collectively began to forget about them. Like, sure, it'd be cool for them to return because the Celestials are such a cool thing. I would imagine that at least Cersei returns. Or maybe they do it in Eternals TV show on Disney Plus, maybe, just to resolve the story. Because there was a bunch of, like, extremely, like, B actors in Eternals, you know? The biggest one was Angelina fucking Jolie. What the hell? Sure, everyone, like... I need to rewatch that film because that's one of the films I've only seen once. And I didn't like it watching in the cinemas, but... apparently some people did enjoy it, and I kind of want to watch it again. Because I have it on DVD. Why aren't you clicking in? There you are. That's why I'm so excited to do what I'm planning, and I don't want to say it out loud, because if I say it out loud, it most likely won't happen. Like, I need to work on it in the background. That's why people don't announce stuff, because if they announce stuff, people will be hyped for it, the next thing you know, it doesn't fucking happen, they'll be disappointed. Okay, the base is now done. This is our, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th fucking base we've done. This is exact same thing. It's a funky piece. I don't think I've seen this type of piece before. The skies that hypnotize that television. He is blinded. I'm just shitting in my bed. Yeah, I can't wait to rewatch the MCU. Because I've said this once and I'll say this again. When I was planning on watching every movie, like every Marvel and DC movie, I was putting in my brain that I would actually do the MCU last, because I've seen them a bunch of times already. and then he just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And just watching films I haven't seen, you know, Gladiator, and like it just it like it morphed to a point that this fell out. It morphed into a point where like every night I was like, what film should I watch? That's how like I watched the 21 and 20 Jump Street films again. That's why I watched the fucking Men in Blacks. That's why I watched Green Hornet. That's why I watched like Straight Outta Compton. And now I'm only doing it for like films that have sequels coming out. Am I gonna watch The Shreks again? I don't think so. Maybe I'll watch The Last Wish again because that's a fucking good film. I may watch The Shrek. I don't know since I watched Shrek so recently now. I don't know. I'd just be sad, you know. Like, I kind of frequent watching this stream podcast that Chainsaw Reacts does. I don't particularly like, or don't even know any of the creators who does the streams with. He used to do only Endless Multiverse with this Andy guy, but I don't know if they're even friends anymore. But that was alright. But now they're doing a Council of Creators, which is I think it's a good initiative. But only streaming on the one channel, I think, hinders it because they should stream it together. That's how that stream could like blow up. Anyways, they were talking. I've said this before, but they were like, in order to make Doom feel like a massive presence, like what they did with Thanos and how he killed and like beat up Hulk and killed Heimdall and all the Asgardians and Loki. He needs to kill off someone. He needs to kill off Thor. You know, he needs to like. No, I don't. I think everyone will actually hate them killing off Thor because Thor deserves another redemption in the MCU. Because people didn't like Thor 4, but people like the Thor character. I'm glad he's returning, but if he fucking dies, I'm gonna legit be so annoyed. I don't want Thor to die. I understand Iron Man dying, you know, he's a human. He's allowed to die. But then fucking Thor's not a human. You know? He's basically immortal compared to the humans, you know? He's like a Viltrumite. Like, he lives for thousands of years. I don't know. I don't want it to be disappointing. I really don't. The thing is, I don't think it will be disappointing because every Avengers film has been good. People said, yeah, but Age of Ultron wasn't good. Like, when I rewatch Age of Ultron, I enjoy that more than seeing the first Avengers film, and I don't understand why. Maybe it's because they felt like a team. Like that's the only Avengers film besides maybe Endgame where they feel like a team doing something. Because the first Avengers film they just put together because of the fact Loki was a threat. And it felt more so a S.H.I.E.L.D. film than a Avengers film. Because it introduced Maria Hill, it had Phil Coulson die. But then he returned for a TV show, but only returned again in Captain Marvel, so I think he should return in the films in some capacity. Also, I need to watch that show, like, finish to end, because I think I used to watch it. I watched season maybe 1, 2, and 3. I stopped at when, like, Grant was like like a quadruple agent, where like he like Shield knows he was working with Hydra, but then Hydra knew that he was working with Shield to work with Hydra, like, and he became like a very skinny villain. I didn't like that. Garan was a good character. I don't know why he became a villain. Maybe he was a villain in the comics. I don't fucking know. But I remember that show had ads everywhere after Avengers came out. Like, in the world of the Avengers comes this show. Phil Coulson is back. But didn't he die? But Phil Coulson is back. People want some of the characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to return. Like Quake. I want May to return. Fitz and Simmons, that'd be cool to return. Because, like, they don't need to be a main character, but just having them be at S.H.I.E.L.D. or be, you know. Also, they killed off Maria Hill. I still don't believe that's real. They killed off Maria Hill and fucking Martin Freeman's Everett Ross. Why did they kill him off? People just collectively forgot about Secret Invasion. It's insane. People were hyping that shit up like, oh, it'll be more akin to Winter Soldier. This will be sick. And no one liked it. Which is actually disappointing, because I found some enjoyment in that. I just didn't like how Maria Hill fucking died. I don't know if Kobe Smulders read that script and be like, no. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want my character to be killed off in a TV show no one will watch. Because that was the last time we saw Nick Fury besides the Marvels. And did the Marvels come out before or after Secret Invasion? I think it was after. I don't remember. That's how forgettable that show was. And people were hyped for that show, which is insane. Remember when people were hyped for Disney Plus shows? I mean, the outlier now is Agatha and Daredevil. Born Again, which we still need to get up to, because we're on to watching continuing, I should say, Iron Fist. Like, there's been so many other shows like Invincible and The Boys and all that, Cobra Kai this year, that were like, we still need to continue Iron Fist, because after Iron Fist I think is Defenders, then after Defenders is the final seasons of every other show. But Jessica Jones got another 2 seasons, so I think that's fine. I'm still going at this. I didn't know it would take this fucking long. Bag 1. Did Mum say she was leaving at 6? Why did I hear her watching stuff? Maybe she said around 6. Which makes sense. Yeah, I've been having trouble getting Max to work. Just sad, because Young Justice Season 4 will be on it. I'm hoping. If Young Justice isn't on it, I'm going to be so depressed, because, like, it's the only way for us to watch Season 4. Season 4 was only released on Max. It was a Max exclusive. HBO Max. No, I think Binge is going to die. Like, every major show that was on Binge is coming to Max. Like, The Pit, or Creature Commanders is already on it. I logged on to Binge the other night. Not last night's stream, but the stream before, because it hit midnight. Is Lego Masters still a thing in Australia? Maybe it is, but Mum hasn't been watching it. I mean, Lego Masters is a cool concept. You're like, oh, you like making Lego? Here's your chance to be on TV and win money from doing so. I never really liked making Lego myself, like creating shit, because like in Minecraft, like I don't have the creative brain to do so. I feel like I can make some cool things, but other than that, like I have to use already pre-made structures to like, oh, let me make that, let me make that. You know, that's why I do pixel art. Fucking hell, pixel art's fun. I'm wanting to have Minecraft turn around and be a good film. Because if it is a good film, it's gonna be fucking hilarious to see the online interaction. Like, they actually cooked with this. But it's probably gonna end up like Borderlands. Like, it was shit from the trailers, it was shit in the movie. I remember doing this with the other gauntlet, just to have a structure built up. It's like making the base for a house. It's the most boring step, but it's the most crucial one at the same time. Could have listened to an album. Remember when I was doing my first like puzzle streams and Lego one, I was just listening to fucking Maiden albums. Caught somewhere in time. I don't know if he acknowledges this or whatever, but your boy Curtis, online YouTube mutual mate through Room stuff, he what you call it? I found this chick just on my recommended because she does ads and whatever. Then I found in her story she did the Torn Between solo, which Curtis famously says it's too tough for him. That's why he's not covering it. Even though he can play the rest of the song easily, like I think everyone else can. Like, I didn't think of it then, but afterwards, he was like, "Oh god damn!" Then immediately followed and whatever. Then we found out that they both live in the same city, and now they've been hanging out in person. Curtis has been to the girls' gigs and stuff, and like maybe Curtis would have found her on Instagram, maybe, but you can't deny that I sparked that. I had like, it's crazy that I initiated this friendship, which is insane. And I don't know if it's gonna blossom into anything. Because if it does, it'd be like, bro, I just matched two people if that's the case. I don't want to think that far ahead because I don't know if any of them are in relationships. Because why the fuck would I need to know? But if that does happen, like what happened with Nick Nocturnal, I fucking sparked it. What the fuck? That'd be insane. I know you can't see this, but fine, just put that there. Because I saw maybe a week ago now, Curtis posted a story of him playing guitar. I thought for a split second I thought it was edited to have her there. No, she was in his fucking room, his jamming room, and I was like, what? And I was like, ain't no way this fucking happened. Insane. Fucking insane. Because I sparked it. Sparked this friendship. It's insane. Fucking insane. I don't want to think too far ahead into the future, but like, if there's a wedding, I have to be there. Nah. They're just probably just mates, I don't know. I mean, I did DM her from time to time, but she doesn't follow me back. Which is fair enough. Because I found her through an ad. She promoted herself through her post ads, whatever. Fair play. Actually, it made me found her. Fucking insane that happened. I do wonder how Jack Black, at least before all this shit went down, how did he do Tenacious D and him act? Like, how did he properly plan that with the studios? Be like, oh, I'm on tour, I can't shoot here. Is that it? Is that simple? Because he has that star power to do so. Be like, hey, let's do this. However, this is the only times I'm available. I do hope it's like that, otherwise it'll be pretty depressing if it's not. It's like, oh no, you have to be here. Because it's the pack. Chicken chow mein. That's not the regular Lego hole. It's peculiar. Because it's the pack. La 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 la. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if they announced the rest of the casting yet. It is April 1st though. people think, oh, is it a prank? And then those in Australia would be like, is this a prank? It's like, oh, it's March 31st everywhere else. Like, everyone's like, it's not too late to change the title, which is fair enough. The title's pretty boring. Brand new day.
Vanessa's on her way.
Yeah.
So I'm going sick.
Yeah.
Don't leave the doggos by themselves for too long.
Well, where are they?
Huh?
Where are they?
On the couch. I've locked them out from being outside.
What's bad about being outside?
Because they get up to no good being outside by themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the equivalent of like titling an Avengers film Day Off. Avengers Day Off. Like, that's not cool. Doomsday is sick. Age of Ultron is sick. Infinity War is sick. Secret Wars is sick. People always cry about, I have superhero fatigue. Like, no, you don't. Like, there's no way in hell you have fatigue for a specific genre of film or television. There's no way. Like, fundamentally, that doesn't make sense. Because you still enjoy the exact same things you've been enjoying for fucking decades at home on your couch. But all of a sudden, you say, oh, I don't like superhero media. Like, mate, you're lying to yourself to be like, oh, I don't. The reason why I didn't like this movie is because I don't like the genre anymore. Okay. I'll debate you on that. Rewatch Iron Man. Rewatch Captain America 2. If you didn't like them, sure, you have this superhero fatigue. But if you enjoyed them, you don't have superhero fatigue. It doesn't exist. You know? Superhero fatigue, like, I understand, like, oh, I don't want to consume this media all that much anymore because it's too much. I get that. But outright saying to you, the reason why I didn't like this is because I don't like the genre anymore is just a lie. There's no way in hell you can just wake up one day and be like, oh, I don't like superheroes anymore. Oh, I hit 30. I can't enjoy this anymore. Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't just fucking turn to your fucking grandparents 50 odd years ago. Like, oh, I don't understand this. Like, I don't, like, sure, it'd be like a nerdy thing to think about, but like, who gives a shit? Superheroes slap. The films are sick. There's a reason why they're successful. But as kids, like, no. The bulk of the MCU's audience are people like me. Like, late teens, early 20s, just wanting to eat it up. Bye. Yeah. What's the name of the song? Explosivo. The reason why I learned that song is because I wanted to know that E meme that True Milena did back in the day. Getting classy monkey time. Class is better than swag. It's so weird that I know that dance still. I do wonder if I mention it to my cousin because we watched him together. He put me on him and be like, "Do you remember this?" Classy monkey time. My name is Drew Malino, getting dressed and ready to go, just like I don't care. Ha ha ha! Hell, on swaggers, I'm an expert and believer. I get all the ladies dressed like Justin Bieber, but I am tired of young 14-year-old chicks thinking that I'm a douchebag prick. Slavoon, baboon, baboon. Oh, Slavoon, baboon, baboon. Oh, Slavoon, baboon, baboon. Cool memories for me. Ha ha ha. La 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 la. I'm getting paid tomorrow. Bruh. We finished Spider-Man Freshman here last night. I liked it. It was a good fucking show. Like, legit an outsourced project, but it's an animation thing. And fucking Richard Parker was confirmed to be alive. For a second I thought it was Ben. Why is Ben alive? But guess what? Fucking, it's Richard Parker, Peter's dad. Finally seeing Peter's dad be alive in a mythos without him. And he's voiced by they did a Flash. He's voiced by Josh Keaton. He voiced Spider-Man before. You know, he fucking voiced the Spider Guy that was in Invincible the other in season 2. Because John Wesley Shipp played Barry in the OG Flash show. Then he played fucking Barry's dad. He was, guess what, in prison. So it's like this weird, like, oh, it's basically Flash. I wonder if Chainsaw reacted to that show or not. Because I think he'll maybe like, oh, that's like the Flash. I like the guy, but he has some shitty takes. He got disappointed when they announced Metallica wasn't coming back to America, even though they were just in America for a tour. Like, the fuck? Why are you complaining? You already saw them 3 times in the past 2 years. I haven't seen them once in my entire life. Why are you complaining? And when I found out that his dad was like a pastor or whatever, a reverend or whatever at a church, and he likes to preach about how his son doesn't like him and all that stuff, and how wrong the son is. Like, that's pretty weird. And when you're like, this has to be fake, but then you look it up, like, they look the same. They have the same face. Preacher, that's his name. Preachers, all they do is just talk about the Lord. But, like, I think even they realize they're scamming people. It's like, there's no point. Like, oh, we need money. We need money. What? Why do you need money? To donate to the Lord. But where's it going? It's going to the church. Then how come everything's the same as it was 10 years ago? You know? I understand if it's like a homeless shelter and shit, but nah. I'm so glad I wasn't forced to be religious growing up, because the only reason religion works is if you discover yourself and you're like, oh, I like this, you know? Because there's two different things. There's religion, faith, and belief. Three different things. Religion is a mix between belief and faith. Faith is more about the religion, but belief is the ideology you want to live by. And a lot of people don't have the belief part, they just have the faith part. And, like, what's the point of following a religion if you don't yourself want to live that way, you know? That's why Buddhism is probably the better one, because it's not... There's no, like, fucking Buddhist church you need to go to once a week. You do that voluntarily. It's a yourself thing. And that's why I like Buddhism, you know? Fucking Black Myth Wukong, like, the lore in Buddhism is much more entertaining than, like, a guide from fucking Budapest that somehow could walk on water. I'd rather see a fucking monkey that can fly in the sky on a cloud. That's cool. It's weird to know that some of my grandparents, like my grandma on my mum's side, we call her Nana, apparently she's a Christian. Like a big Christian. Like, doesn't fucking seem like it. So I know she taught RE to us in kindergarten. Guess what? It's nearly done. It's nearly done, lads. It's nearly done. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. It's not gonna fit. Too small of a piece. Hang on. What? I'm missing a piece, I think. There's no way I did it wrong. I don't think, at least. Because these didn't have big pieces on it. Only this one did. I need to see long white. Or long grey. Thankfully. Thankfully, I fucking found it. That makes me grateful. I wasn't paying attention to what I was making, I was just doing it. That makes much more sense. Yay. Now I get back up to where I was. Yeah. It's like, this doesn't make sense when I was doing it. It's like, it needs to be flush. It's not fucking flush. What's going on? Then I fixed it. When you not pay attention whilst doing Lego shit like that happens. I don't know why I'm thinking of Planet of the Apes right now. Why? The ending of Planet of the Apes 2 and it fucking explodes the world. Insane. Bro, if I watched that movie when I was younger properly on TV, because I remember watching the beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes. It like, if I finished it all and it ended on the Earth being destroyed, I would have been like, what? Hang on, what? They have fucking sequels. What? That doesn't make sense. They have like 5 movies in the original franchise. The first 2, which people say are the better ones. The third one, they go back in time. and that's all about Caesar, then the fourth one is about Caesar being grown up and him overthrowing the human world, and the fifth one is the direct sequel to that. It's weird, and I think the Rise trilogy plus Kingdom are the better. I need to get Kingdom on DVD. Like I need to buy it online because it's a fucking Fox IP, so it's under Disney now. So and Disney doesn't want to distribute to Australia, which is fucked. I wish in a couple of years they realize, oh fuck, we actually have fans wanting to buy stuff from us. Let us actually, like, because apparently they struck a deal with Sony or something, and Sony is doing the distribution. So maybe it clicks, be like, oh hey, maybe we'll come back to Australia, because Sony still delivers to Australia. It's like, it's so dumb because, like, I understand we're in the day and age of streaming and stuff, and streaming is king or whatever. Like, it defeats the purpose of, like, if you distribute music and vinyl and CD and even Marvel Lego to Australia, that's profitable here, but not the things they're based off. That doesn't make sense. It never will be for me, you know? Like, oh hey, let's watch this film. On where? On the streaming service. I don't use streaming services because I don't have fucking internet where I live. That's why I get DVDs, you know? Like, sure, I understand, like, in order to get you, like, better DVDs and, like, ultra 4K and all that stuff, but, like, I'm a physical media collector. Will always be a physical media collector. Especially for films I love. Like, the fact Deadpool and Wolverine, where Hugh Jackman, an Australian, is in, and he can't buy his own movie in his own home country. I find that to be ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous. Now this. Okay. So here we are. Here's the base of the guy thus far. You can see maybe the thumb being started to get made. Bag one usually is always the base in this type of shit. It's not that entertaining. Will it be as tall? I fucking hope so. If it's not, it'd be sad. Alright, we're done. I need to go to the bathroom. But before I do that... Done. Ah, fuck. Another missing piece. Oh, survive. We gotta do it alone. I will burn alive in the house. I'm golden bones. Alright. See you later. Bye. I don't know when I'll be back online. Maybe in an hour. I want to do Rivals tonight. And just smash out all the fucking NYPD stuff. Or NCPD. In, Cyberpunk. Get that fucking nonsense done. I should really put Shrek down there, shouldn't I? That'd be good. So I have more room up here to put my other stuff.